Okay. I had to make a new stream, so if you're watching the YouTube stream, it's not... If you're watching, you're not hearing me right now, so it doesn't even matter. I had to make a new stream, so it'll be a different video. I do wish YouTube would let you disconnect for more than, you know, half a second or whatever. All right, let me pull back up the YouTube chat. This is a nightmare. I don't know why my internet went down. That's super fun. Okay. You just received the new notification. Okay, good. That means the YouTube thing is streaming then. Yeah, I got an email saying I'm streaming. Let me refresh my channel and just make sure that it shows me as streaming. Does it show me a stream? It's so hard to even see if you're streaming. Like, oh, God, what a mess. Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, anyone just joining? My stream disconnected and we reconnected, so that's what's going on here. When you watch on YouTube, do you get like a very generic thumbnail? Does it just say like YSAP with Dave Eddy with like the stupid galaxy picture? Because that's ugly. I thought it would just grab like a still frame from my stream and actually just show you that. I should probably be more mindful of like setting a good thumbnail, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of hideous. It went down right as I took a bite. What was I eating? The pizzelle? The pizzelle was mad good. Don't worry about that. That was a very good pizzelle. What's up, Signe? How you doing? But yeah, if you're just joining, I have been streaming for like the last 3 hours, so my stream just disconnected on me, so we brought it back. Bobby the Beard from YouTube had to come to Twitch. Yeah, it just froze. I thought it was my internet. Nah, it was mine. I don't know why it went down. That's so lame. Yep. But yeah, anyone who watches me on YouTube, when you get the thumbnail for this live, is it just like a very generic thumbnail, or is it actually like a frame from my videos? I would hope that it'd be you know, a frame from my video, because otherwise that's a really ugly thumbnail. All right, let's jump back into it. So this thing ran, and we're in source bin. Okay, so we have something called log.txt. Okay, so we do have an answer. 25734 worked. That's what we know. So we know that if you give it the number 25734, that it will work. So that is pretty cool. What do we do with this information? What do we do now that we have this? I'm thinking. I mean, okay, well, hold on. We know that this answer is right. Do we just set register 7 to that and run it? Or does it still take a long time to run? If it takes a long time to run, do we have to actually optimize the function? Like, do we actually have to, like, well, let's just do this. Let's try and change the register to that. But I don't know if we have to change the function to be like more efficient. I don't know the answer to that. So let's do that. The thumbnail I see is the YSAP logo with Dave Eddy below 3 horizontal lines. Ah, God. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, I thought I would just grab a still frame for my thing or just use like a generic thumbnail. After the lives are over, for the VODs, it'll go through and grab a thumbnail from it, which I appreciate. But yeah, it's stupid annoying getting in that. I guess people will just associate with me. I don't know. I think live stream current thumbnails are stupid. Like if you're currently live streaming, a thumbnail seems crazy to me. Just do what Twitch does. Grab a frame from the stream in the last like minute or two. Like YouTube, come on. I don't know. All right. So we have a number that works. 25734. So now I should be able to cargo run. Oh wow, that should not be playing. Okay. Cargo run. Let's turn off the logging. So now we are here. And what are we going to do? We are going to set the register. So set 7 to 25734. We've updated the register. Now we will use teleporter. Unusual sign detecting, starting calibration process, estimated time to completion 1 billion years. Okay, so like, this is what I was worried about. We know this number works, but the algorithm is still very slow, right? Like our C version, wasn't even like the fastest thing, and these are huge numbers. So just because we know this number works, I know 1 billion years. Just because we know this number works, like, don't we have to update the RAM? At least we're running in release mode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't we have before teleporter.bin? Do we have to update this RAM? Like, if we run it through the disassembler, cargo run -q bin disassemble before teleport.bin, do we have to update this code to just return true? You know what I mean? I don't know how many times you have to use the teleporter. Like, you know what we need? We need a game genie code here, basically. Like, if you try to call 6049, oh, we could do this. If you try to call 6049, I could just not bring you there, manually set register 0 to that number that we know works, set 7 to that number that we know works. Wait, what else gets changed though? I don't know. I'm missing something here. I have to think. What am I doing here? Because we have a number that works now. Is that number read anywhere else? Like, what are we doing with that number? Jump if false. Where do we read register 7 again? You can do even better. See what I'm trying. Yeah, it's what am I? My brain's not working here. We have a number that works. I can set register 7 to that number, but obviously it's going to take too long. 32768 is registered. What do we do? Yeah, nice typing, bad cap. What am I do? I don't understand what I'm doing though. Like, oh, it's 60049. Wait, did I? Oh my god. Did I? Oh my god. 60049. 6409. Yeah, see. Yo, what's up, Persian Prince? How you doing? All right. I had that wrong. We have a number that works. If we set register 7 to that, it will work. The only problem is the algorithm it runs is still slow. But okay, here's my question. If we can just bypass that algorithm, why did we also need that number? That register 7 has to be read somewhere else. That number has to be doing something, or else we could have just fake like, what was the point of getting this number? There has to be a point of getting this number. 32 768 plus 7. Well, why did I just search for that? Oh my god, am I stupid? There we go. Okay. If we get down here, we set register 0 to whatever's in register 7. So it needs to be right. Is what I'm getting from this. Like, it needs to be right. Okay. The Strange Book talks about this scenario. Oh, you'll get anomalies, right? Yeah. See, I was going to say, because that number has to be read somewhere. So I could have just bypassed the confirmation, but then I would have gotten weird anomalies, probably codes that don't work or something. Okay, so I have to bypass it. It literally tells you what to do. You're right. You should have to bypass the confirmation mechanism. So let's just do that. Let's just bypass the whatever I just said out loud. If we call 6409, nope. If we call 6049 at all, what we should actually do is set the register to the value we care about, and then just go past it. Not even call. Okay. Let's go put our game genie code in here. Okay. If A equals 6049, then we will just self.adder plus equal 2. No, plus equal 3. It was mind-boggling when I found out this is how Game Shark and stuff work. Yeah, dude. I think it was like 6, 7. It was like 6 or 7 years ago when I found that out, and I was like, oh my god, it just has memory address and it just forces them to be a certain value. Like, that's so much simpler than I ever could have imagined as a kid. It's so crazy to me. No, wait, what's going on here? Write the address of the next instruction to the stack. Oh, to the next instruction. That's right. Okay. So if we're here, we don't even want to do that. We want to just go to 2. And we want to return. Lol. Game genie. Okay, once we're here, then we want to say self.registers 7 equals this. I think that's all we actually want to do. I had the one cheat code for Pokemon that was like, makes no sense. Why would they even put this in the game? That's so funny. Why would they even put these glitch trainers in the game? All right, cargo run. So now, I don't even have to set the register. I should just be able to use the teleporter, and it should use a different mechanism. It'll say something anomaly detected. No, it'll say strange whatever detected, and it should skip it. Okay. Wait. No, hold on, this isn't right. I got it out of order. Because this is a code we've already had, right? Yeah. No, I actually have to set the register. Because I was checking to see if the register was set. Let's see. What do you do? Set 7 to whatever that stupid number was. Wait, what did I... Hold on. What? I'm all confused. What did I do in my code here? Yeah, see, we don't need this. That was the confirmation thing. Okay, and now we use teleporter. Hey! A strange electronic voice is projected into your mind. Miscalibration detected. Aborting teleportation. Nothing else seems to happen. What do you do? Wait, is that not right? Hold on, what happened here? think I did something wrong. Set 7 to 25734. 25734. How is there a miscalibration? We, oh, because our 0 had to be 6. Yeah. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. We will set 7 to whatever the notes. This number 25734. Go over here. Do that. Now we will use teleporter, and this will give us a proper thing. Okay. You wake up in a sandy beach with a slight headache. The last thing you remember is activating the teleporter, but now you can't find anywhere in your pack. Someone seems to have drawn a message in the sand here. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Echo-N that, pipe it into MD5. Does it look like what Aneurysm has in his? 4873 A0C. We got it. We got it. We got it. Look at that. Wow. That is quite the challenge. We have 7 out of 8. We started with 6. Now we have 7. So we got 6, 7 codes. I'm going to stop doing that. I can't stop doing that. Nice. Okay. That's huge. That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh man, that is so cool. That's so cool. Wow. Okay. Cool. So let's think. Let's think. What are we doing here now? The beach. This is a sandy beach in a cove on some tropical island. It is raining. The ocean is to your south and heavy foliage to your north. The beach extends west and east. Okay. This is an insane challenge. This is a really fun challenge. This is really cool. I've never done a challenge like this. So I really like this. I guess we go west, east, or north. I don't even know what the last thing is. Bad cop. I do know what one last part of the challenge is because of you when I was on your stream and you did your inventory hacking thing where you just gave yourself everything. So I know there's an item I'm going to get, but that's about all I know. Okay. This is a really fun challenge. I don't even know how you'd go about making something like this. It's so cool. All right, where do we go? West, east, or north? I guess let's do let's stay on the beach. We'll go west. Sandy beach and a cove and subtropical island is raining. To your west is an embankment of the cove, which looks too steep to climb. The beach extends to the east, and there's dense foliage to the north. Okay, I can't go west anymore. Let's go east. Let's go east again. Okay, there's nowhere I can go. Okay, I have to go north, basically. Large trees here seem to be protecting you from the rain. As you push through the undergrowth, you can hear birds chirping overhead. There is a steep rock face to your west, blocking your path. Okay. God, I hope it's not a new maze. It is a new maze. But it's okay. The embankment of the cove come to... Should together be misspelled like this? That makes me think I did something wrong. That scares me. Also, that hack that we put in for 6409 calling, if that code gets rewritten, like, we might have to be smarter about it. Between these tall rock faces, there's a narrow overgrown path leading north. You hear waves lapping up on the beach and the dense vegetation to your south. Okay, let's go north. Narrow pathway between two steep rock faces look like they have been here for thousands of years. Rain trickles down through the vegetation and moss, and through the leaves you can occasionally see a sliver of light hundreds of feet above you where the rock wall ends. Okay, let's just keep going north. A sign nearby reads treasure vault access, but different handwriting has crossed this out and written lair of horrible monster, all non-pirates keep out. You stand the entrance to a natural cave which looks like it hasn't been visited in quite some time. Light pours in through the opening to the south, while fireflies light the path further into the cave to the north. Fireflies slowly drift around you and light the tunnel, which seems to get brighter to the south but dimmer to the north. The cave is a little wider here. What's my inventory, by the way? I have my lit lantern. Okay. We're in the end game now. You find the cobweb-encrusted remains on a small camp, and although you don't suspect the broken pieces of tables and chairs will prove useful to your quest, the fireflies seem to like using the debris as a shelter. A passageway leads north and south, and there's an alcove to the east. Guess we go to the alcove, right? Tropical Book of the Alcove. There's a small table, chair, broken lantern. It looks like this space was used much recently in the camp to the west. Okay. Look. Journal? Okay. Oh boy. Fireflies were using this dusty old journal as a resting spot until you scare them off. It reads, Day 1. We have reached what seems to be the final in a series of puzzles guarding on an ancient treasure. I suspect most adventurers give up long before this point, but we're so close we must press on. P.S. It's a good thing the island is tropical. We should have food for weeks. Also, hold on. Pause real quick. I need to ask Stu or one of you guys has to tell me what the math function is, because I have no idea what that math function is. I just did some, caching and memoization. So I cheated that math function. I have no idea what that math function is. Ackermann function. Okay. No idea what that is. Totally cheated with memoization. The Ackermann function. Ackermann function with 2 N's, it looks like. Is there a dark mode? There is. Thank you, Wikipedia, for having a dark mode. Memoization is the right solution. Yeah, it's all right. Oh my god. Computability theory, the Ackermann function named after was one of the simplest and earliest discovered examples of total computable function that is not primitive recursive. All primitive recursive functions are total and computable, but the Ackermann function illustrates that not all total computable functions are primitive recursive. I hate math. I can't. No. None of this will sink in if I read it. It's pointless. Let's go back to what we're doing here. Day 1. P.S. It's a good thing the island is tropical. We should have food for weeks. Day 2. The vault appears to be sealed by a mysterious force. The door won't budge an inch. We don't have the resources to blow it open, and I wouldn't risk damaging the contents even if we did. We'll have to figure out the lock mechanism. The door to the vault has number carved into it. Each room leading up to the vault has more numbers or symbols embedded in mosaics in the floor. We even found a strange glass orb in the antechamber on a pedestal itself labeled with a number. What could they mean? Day 5. We finally built up all the courage to touch the strange orb in the antechamber. It flashes colors as we carry it from room to room, and sometimes the symbols in the room flash colors as well. Jesus. It simply evaporates if we try to leave with it, but another appears on the pedestal in the antechamber shortly thereafter. It also seems to do this even when we return with it to the antechamber from other rooms. When the orb is carried to the vault door, the numbers on the door flash black, and then the orb evaporates. Did we do something wrong? Doesn't the door like us? We also found a small hourglass near the door, endlessly running. It's waiting for something. Great. Some of the crew swear the orb gets heavier or lighter as they walk around with it. Is that even possible? They say that if they walk through certain rooms repeatedly, they feel it getting lighter and lighter, but it eventually just evaporates and a new one appears as usual. Oh, great, cool. So we can just keep walking through the maze. Now I can feel the orb changing weight as I walk around. It depends on the area. The change is very subtle in some places, but certainly more noticeable in others, especially when I walk in a room with a large number or out of a room marked star. Perhaps we can actually control the weight of the mysterious orb. Oh, good. Day 34. One of the crew members was wandering the rooms today and claimed that the number on the door flashed white as he approached. He said the door still didn't open, but he noticed that the hourglass had run out and flashed black. When we went to check on it, it was still running like it always does. Perhaps he is going mad. If not, which do we need to appease, the door or the hourglass? Both? The fireflies are getting suspicious. One of them looked at me funny today and then flew off. I think I saw another blinking a little faster than usual, or was it a little slower? We were getting better at controlling the weight of the orb, and we think that's what the numbers were all about. The orb starts at the weight labeled on the pedestal and goes down as we leave the room marked hyphen, up as we leave a room marked plus, and even more as we leave a room marked star. Okay. Entering rooms with large numbers has greater effect. Every once... Are these days important? Like what... 21, 34, 55, 89, 144. Just curious about these numbers. Every once in a great while, one of the crew members has the same story, that the door flashes white, the hourglass is already run out, it flashes black, and the orb evaporates. Are we too slow? We can't seem to find a way to make the orb's weight match the door once before the hourglass runs out. If we can only find a shorter route than through the rooms. We are abandoning the mission. None of us can work out the solution to the puzzle. I will leave this journal here to help future adventurers, though I'm not sure what help it will give. Good luck. Okay. So I don't have the teleporter anymore. Okay. Okay, you find the cobweb remains of a small camp, and although you don't suspect the broken pieces, right. We went to the alcove to the east, and that gave us the journal. So we just keep going north, I think. This tunnel slopes deeper underground to the north, but the fireflies are all around you to light your path. You are in the antechamber to a grid of rooms that control the door to the vault. You notice the number 22 is carved in the orb's pedestal. Things of interest here, the orb, and we have exits. Okay. We need to be able to get back here. And we just took a bunch of norths to get here. It's not the craziest thing. But we need to modify our code so we can get back to this exact spot. We could save the binary because we have all this data and we have the save command. So we could save this as like, orb.bin. And as long as we load these registers and stack values in, then we should be good. Yeah. I think that's what we need to do. I'm thinking. I think saving this might be the way. It just requires some bit of a... Can we just write it out as JSON? Does that suck? That sucks, right? Let's do this. We have a save command. Let's make a export command. Doesn't suck as bad as XML. Is that what you did? That's so funny. If we're going to export it, we should be able to turn it to JSON. We're going to do some Saturday serialize and deserialize. Cargo, add, Saturday JSON. This is serialization and deserialization in Rust. So now we just need to be able to go back and forth. So in order to do that, we can derive defaults, use Saturday serialize, deserialize. Okay. You guys and your XML, you guys are crazy. Derive, serialize, deserialize. That should be enough. Isn't that it? Is there something else? I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Thought you could just derive, serialize, and deserialize on something. Am I missing something? Hold on. Saturday JSON Rust. Let me just look up a real quick example of it. Oh, I know why. Derive. There we go. Okay. Now we have a way to do that. So now we can do some checks. Ugh, I have some really gross ideas for checks. I have some stupidly gross ideas for checks. But let's just do this. Data equals Saturday JSON 2 string on self, I think. And then we can fs.write data. I think that's it. Could also do bin code. You could do whatever. You did something. What did you... Bad cop. I don't actually know. I think I suggested on your stream that you should just write the text file out and how your bash file or your bash code was interpreting it. Did you end up doing it that way? What am I missing? Yeah, unclose delimiter. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, I just apparently deleted the curly brace somehow. That's awesome. Go me. Okay, so now we have an export function. So let's go ahead and run this. Get to the point that we need to be. So let's set 7 to 25734. Use teleporter. Okay, now we're there. Now we'll go north, 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 north. Perfect. We are in the room. Now I want to export as orb.json. Okay. Do you think it actually saved it? Let's ls-lha orb.json. That's a big file. Cat orb.json, pipe it into JQ keys. Okay. That looks like it's right. The adder is that. The RAM is gigantic. Let's not even look at that. The registers are this. The stack is that. Cool. We have a JSON representation of it. So that's really great. Now what we can do, this part really sucks. No one judge me for this. We are going to do this. If file dot ends with star.json. Otherwise, we're going to do this whole thing. Let mut VM equals that. At least shell out to file. Incredible. Is this even valid? It'll yell at me, but I want to see if well, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Okay, that is valid. Nice. So if it's a JSON file, we will read it. I think it's a... Is there an easy way to do it? It's like fs read to string. And then we can say Saturday JSON from stir. And that should cast it into the right type. There we go. So now, if we give it a JSON file, instead, if we just give it orb.json, it should load us right there into the JSON, into the orb part of it. Oh, it did. It did. It just didn't print anything at us yet. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yo, what's up, Code? How you doing? This makes sense. Okay, we're here. That worked. That's amazing. Now that we're here, we can go ahead and just uncomment that Game Genie part. Because I don't know if it's going to reuse the 6049 address again. So that's just a safe way of doing it. Okay, so now we can get right back to the orb. So we can just work on the orb problem. I keep waiting for something to happen. It's actually just totally working. Okay, what can we do here? We have north, east, and south. We came there. East is what? Nothing? It's just a... Oh, God. Oh, my God. Are we going to have to create a map? Yeah, dude, like, not even kidding. Like, I think it's time for drawing. This is going to be like the Advent of Code puzzle where it's like a grid and we have to figure out like the best path through it. Kill me. Okay. Let's orb room dot text. You guys ready for this? I don't know how else to do this. We are in the orb room. We have north, east, and south. Okay. So we can go north and we can go east. So we are in the main room here, the starting room. O for orb. Okay. I don't know how we're going to do this. I probably need better software for this, but whatever. We can go east. The floor in this room is a large mosaic depicting a negative number, or a minus sign. Okay. Okay. Exactly. This is the superior diagramming format. It really is. So we went east. There's a minus sign. We can go east again. There's the number 9. We can go east again. There's a star. Okay. We're making a calculator. So now we can't go. So we go north. Okay. Now above that is 18. Nice. UML solves this. What is UML? What is the markup language? What is that? The stupid modeling one. Yeah. No, it unironically does, doesn't it? I hate UML though. I haven't used that in so long. Did we go west? We have not gone west. Minus. Four. Plus. Hopefully this thing is not like crazy big. Like another 4. Star. Oh my god. I just tried to press up. I just wanted to press up to do read line stuff. Bad cop, I'm so jealous that you had the read line stuff. I guess I could use RL wrap. One, and it's the vault. Oh, you never got the up arrow working? Okay, never mind. Minus 8. Star. Okay, that's it. It's not bad. Now, what do we do? Because if we get the orb, it starts changing, right? Let me look at orb. Size of a tennis ball. Oh, great. Take orb. Look orb. Use orb. You want to try to do that? Okay. If we go to the right, it's going to be a minus sign. So go east. Look orb. We can't even see the size of it, right? So if we go up, oh my god, is that actually the memory address? The orb seems lighter. Well, that makes sense because we just subtracted 4 from it. What does the orb start at? 22? Okay. So now if we go here, the orb should be at 18. Oh, man. Well, we could go here and subtract 18. That should disappear, right? So if we go east, and then we go east, now the orb... Oh, wait. The symbol on the floor brightly flashes red. The orb begins to subtly glow red. I don't know if that matters. This orb should just disappear, right? Yeah, I lost the orb because it just disappeared. Okay. Okay. So... Okay, there's an hourglass. And the floors are flashing sometimes? So you approach the vault door, the number on the vault door flashes black. Right, okay. Okay, we got the orb again. Okay. So if we go north, we can add 4 to it. Can you print a memory address in your thing? No. I don't have that ability. I can't just like give it a memory address and have it print it. I could add that functionality. Is there something specific you're looking for? I just completely panted the wrong thing. So the idea, I guess, is just to get this number to 30, right? And like we just have all these possible paths we can go. So if we start at the exit, we have to either subtract 1 from it or we have to multiply by 1, which is like the identity function, which is nice. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to brute force this, right? 22 minus 9 is something. 13. Do minus 9 again. Get it down to 4. Oh, wait. What was the first room? Oh, is the first room actually 22? Does that count? Like, if I go up and then go back down, does it become 44? Or I just lose it? Oh. Oh, okay, so the orb goes away if I go back to the first room. Okay. Which way would Dykester go? Yeah, exactly. So it seems like I can't go back to the first room. It just starts at 22. It has to end at 30. Hmm. -22 minus 9 minus 9. 13 gets it to 4. Nine. What would Dykester do? Yeah, okay. So we just have to figure this out. How would we graph this out? Well, you have to plus 4. You have to minus 9. What are you sending me? Find the longest path. Just gotta do the opposite of this. All right, fair enough. You know what? Solid advice. Oh my god, so dumb. That's so dumb. All right, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? I guess we just figure out every room you could possibly be in and where you could go next. You had to listen to that in lecture. That's so awesome. Let me see. Because basically, if we start backwards, when we get to this spot, we have to be 30. You guys can't even see it. If we start backwards, when we get to this spot, we have to be 30. Meaning, if we're here, we have to be 31. If we're here, we have to either be 30 or 31, because we can go this way, or we can go this way. Or if we're here, we have to be 30. Okay. I don't actually know a way to, I don't know how to code this out. I don't know how to, like, represent this. I mean, I could start going through all possible paths. Like, if we start here, it's a maze, right? We can either move to the left or move to the right, or we can move up. And then from there, we have this many choices. Like, the amount of choices gets really big. You could do a nice little bread first surge type thing. I don't know how to even write code to do this. I have to, like, really think. My brain's a little fried right now. I've been doing this for a while. How would you do it? Because, like, okay, like, you could start backwards. And we could figure out what value I could be at what spot. But what does that get us? I think bread first search with caching. Literally like, okay, try to make one move and see where you are and what your score is. Now make a second set of moves and see where everyone is and where their score is. Cache if we've been to a place and how many steps it took us to get there. And throw away the ones that take too long to get there because we know there's a faster route. I tried to use the teleporter. They took it away from me. They took it away from me. I don't have inventory hacks like you do. Just crashed the program when I try to inf hack. Can you believe it? You don't know anybody that's so good at these kind of puzzles that they do them for shell scripting language in front of an audience for fun. Dude, I know. I'm screwed. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Enough horsing around. Vim, source, bin, orb. I can tell you what address to add it. Okay. Okay. Now we'll do let maze equals I'm doing real good. It's probably a better way to represent this data, but who cares? This is the orb room, which is off limits. Set 2732 to 0. That's awesome. Here's our maze. Here's our maze. We have our orb. We have our target. We can't go to spot. Start equals 3, 0. End equals 0, 3. Can't go to 0, 3 again. Can't go to 3, 0 again. Like, we can't go to the first room again. That's just not allowed. Now we have to BFS it. So... Is this right? Yeah. I need an actual type. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did have to specify the type. It was not happy with me. But we get there. So we have the orb, we have the target. Okay. I'm prepared for that. Don't worry, bad cop. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying to code. How do we actually want to do it? We need to pass a lot of information in. We'll do cur for current. If cur equals start something like that. Okay, doing good here. So we'll pass where we currently are. A bunch of other stuff. What do we need? What do we need? We want to try going in every possible direction, so figure out where we are. Okay. Next x equals okay. Next x equals x plus 1. Okay, those are all 4 directions. Now we need to do some stuff here because we need to say like next x equals x dot checked sub because we don't want to go below 0. Yo, what's up, Gemma? How you doing? Can you do this? I guess you can do that. Okay. This is some of the ugliest code I've ever written. There's got to be a cleaner way to write this, but nah. We also need to check here if nx is less than or equal to 4. It has to be less than 4. Okay, so now we have our move in all 4 directions, or at least the beginning of it. Okay, we have our orb. We should get the tile equals the maze at the y and the x. Okay. Okay, we got this. Get the tile there. Match tile. If it's a plus, can you do this? What's the syntax for what's multiple matches in Rust? Is this right? There's a syntax for this. It might be this. I don't think this is right. Single pipe. It's single pipe. Okay, cool. It's the same in Bash then. I know Bash is your bread and butter, but I'm thankful to see a Rust stream. Well, hey, I appreciate it. I am not as good at Rust as I am at Bash. I'm decent at Rust, but, you know, not amazing. Then we will call... no, we don't have to check this after all of it. We should have BFS in there, right? Okay. Okay, let me think about this. We should get it here. If cur not equal to start, then we'll figure out what to do with it. So if we are given an operation, then we should store that operation. Assert op dot is none. Op equals sum tile. Then we store it. Otherwise, if we get anything else, then we assume it's a number. So we will say let n equals n.parse dot unwrap. We'll parse it as an I64, and now we will do the operation on it. So we will take orb, we will match, doing a lot of this off the top of my head. We will match the tile, no, the op, if we're here, if it's a number, assert that let op. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. My op. I don't have a better one. Op dot unwrap op equals none. Match my op. If it's a plus, these are stirs. Then we will do or plus equal n. Yeah. If it's a star, then it's orb star equal. And if it's a minus, then it's orb minus equal n. Otherwise, panic. Okay. Okay. Okay, what are we doing here? If the current is not equal to the start, so we've moved somewhere, we get the tile there. If it's an operation, we store the operation, and that's all we do. We just store the operation because we can't do anything yet. If it's a number tile, then we check and we do our math to it. Down here, if cur equal target, and orb equal end and target. If cur equals end and orb equals target, then we've done it. Die. I don't know. I guess we just return. Okay. Okay. It's not great, but that might be it. We have a stack overflow. Not great. Not great, guys. Okay. So I don't think orb values of negative 30,000 are going to be helpful. So, you know what I mean? Might not be the best thing. Also, we do need to stop going there at a certain point. I guess we could say if orb, hear me out, is less than 500, it's probably not right. You know what I mean? If orb is greater than 500, it's probably not right. Doesn't seem right. Option use. Oh, because of check subscription or check subtraction. Yeah. Okay, we're not even getting down there. We are here. 4 less than 500. Yeah, you got it in the YouTube chat. Okay, we still get a Stack Overflow. Not sure exactly how we do this. Besides just tightening these up, you know what I mean? There's gotta be a cleaner way. There's absolutely gonna be a cleaner way. It's just too many possibilities. I guess only limited to a certain amount of moves. Okay. Oh, I put in the print line. I see my problem. Was not even paying attention. Invalid digit. Huh. Oh, yeah, I can't go there. Can't go back to the start. How are we getting to the start? Zero comma 3. Should never be allowed there. Can you not compare these two things together? I don't understand how we're getting there. Curse 03, start is 30. Okay, well that'll do it. Oh. Start at 30. Yeah, y is 3 is 0. End is 0, comma 3. That's right. I don't understand what's going on here. Oh, I'm doing y comma x, not x comma y. That's what I'm doing wrong here. If I were to do x comma y, it's 0 down 3, and this is 3 over. Oh, okay. Are we ever gonna get an answer? Wait a minute, hold on. I lied to you. I said I was doing breadth first search. We're doing depth first search. What am I talking about? We're absolutely doing DFS. We're not doing BFS here. Yeah, duh. Okay. Let's do this. What am I doing? Yeah, there we go. This is what I should be doing. Where's VectQ? I spelled it wrong. I always do that. Let my terminal freeze. I don't understand these errors. Okay. We got there. Okay. We got there. Now we have to keep track of what moves we made. So instead of the step counter, we should be keeping track of the moves we've made. So how do we do this? What is this? So we're trying to go to the x+1. We're going east. Okay. I don't think this took super long before. Okay, well, this clearly is wrong. I don't think we pressed east that many times to get there. So, not good. But you know, hey, we got something. Huh. Yeah, I know. Very confident. Okay, there's no... Oh, I'm the dumbest person in the world. I just copied and pasted the part where we just printed east so many times. If the y goes negative, then we're going north. If the y goes positive, then we're going south. Everyone like and subscribe. 37 people watching in the YouTube chat and only 5 likes. Please, everyone like. That's a chat message. I don't actually care if you guys like the chat or like the stream or not. I mean, go for it. Like, I appreciate it. It helps, but you know, I appreciate you guys looking out for me being not the best content creator. Okay. According to this is how we do it. Do you guys think this is right? So let's go ahead. I'm just going to pull this up in a different window so I can keep track of it. So now if I do the JSON one, according to this, we should be able to pass it in the commands north. Oh no, we have to take the orb first. Take orb. North, east, 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 west, west, north, north, east, east, west, east. You stand before the vault. It has a large 30 carbon wood affixed to the wall near the door. The floor of this room is large mosaic 1. We go to the vault. The vault door is sealed. Okay, well that didn't work. I don't have an orb. And nothing seemed to work. So it got us to the orb room. Right? So let's go ahead and figure out what it did for us. Let's figure out what it wanted us to do. Orb may have vanished or shattered. I didn't see. There's probably more that I'm not even accounting for because I know the lights like light up and stuff. Or the floors like light up or something stupid, right? Wait, why did I go north, south? Oh, because I had to take the orb, right. North, east, east. Okay, so once I did the final east. Oh, wait. Wait, can I not go into the vault room if it's wrong? I think this... Okay, I think this program visited the vault room. Before it was ready to visit the vault room, if you know what I mean. I didn't check to see if that was a legal thing to do. Yeah, I think that's what happened here. So it went north, east, 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 west, west, north, north, east, east, west, east. That's what it did. It went to the vault room before it was ready to be vaulted. I did not account for that possibility, you know what I mean? So there's a pretty easy way of doing that. We can just say if current equals end and if current equals end, if orb equals target, I'll just return. So if we get to the end room, we either got the target or we didn't. That's not the right thing. That's not right. Something isn't right there. If the current is not equal to start, then we run whatever operation on it we needed to do. Then we check if we're at the end. If the orb is our target, then we're good. Otherwise, we try to move in all 4 directions. Yeah, I don't know what the flashing means. I might have to go figure that out. There might be more to it than I'm realizing. I got it. Continue. This is a return. Okay. According to this, we get there. All right. Do you think this is going to work now? All right. Let's look. Take orb. North. East. East. North. West. South. East. East. West. North. North. East. Vault. The vault contains incredible riches. Piles of gold and platinum coins surround you, and the walls are adorned with topazes. Topazes? Rubies, sapphires, emeralds, opals, dilithium crystals, Illyrium 115, and unobtainium. Wow. Who would have thought the unobtainium reference would be so relevant in 2025 with the new Avatar movie coming out? Also, shout out Topaz. Things of interest here, mirror. All right. We got it. Wow. Okay. Take mirror. Look mirror. It's a rather mundane handheld mirror from the otherwise magnificent vault room. We could use it. You gaze in the mirror and you see yourself gazing back. But wait, it looks like someone wrote on your face while you were unconscious on the beach. Through the mirror you see... Blah, 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 scroll down the charcoal on your forehead. Congratulations, you have reached the end of the challenge! Dude, is that it? Oh my god! That's sick! That's sick! Oh my god. No, hold on. Echo-N, this, pipe it into MD5. Let's tail this, and we get... Wait, is that not the right code? Wait, hold on. NMBB, there's no way that's true. If that's what that is the dumbest thing in the world. If that's true, there's no way. There's no way. No. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Rev adds a new line, doesn't it? Yeah. No. Wait. Hold on. What? Wait, did I lose the part where I screwed it up? Hold on. This is what I got. I'm going to go into my codes real quick. Go down here. Did not mean to press that. gonna put that in here. Echo -n this, pipe it to MD5. Tail the VM challenge. It should be this, right? Did I get the wrong code? How would I have gotten the wrong code? I mean, I like the reverse idea. Pipe it to rev. Delete the new line. Pipe that to MD5. And we get that, but that's also not right. What am I missing here? Is there something I'm missing here? Or it said congratulations, it was the end of the challenge. What could I have gotten wrong here? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing right here? Oh my god, I got a lot of files to check in. I legitimately can't tell if that should be the right answer or if there's like some secret cute little exit thing here. Let me do this. Because if I do this, or commands.text, I can put in the ones that worked, take orb, do all these commands. So now I at least have a way of replaying all this data again. Take mirror, use mirror. Okay, so let's do this. Orb.json, orb commands.text. I think this works. Something's not working right here. Oh, I just didn't type vault. That's all I didn't do. Yeah, thank you. It's not DG. Yeah. Through the mirror, you see that. There's no way it's... Instead of P's, is it Q's? There's no way. Hold on. Because it's a mirror. So what if... Is it like this? Hold on. Q, O, 8, H, Q, H, O, W, U, 8, W, I? There's no way. There's no way. No. It needs to be D0C5. That's an O, not a 0. Oh, did I type it wrong? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Good call. Good job noticing the font difference. God. That's incredible. That's an incredible challenge. That's an incredible challenge. Wow. Wow. Good job, Eric. This is actually incredible. This is a really fun challenge. You're good at NBB. I actually figured, I don't know if you solved this or not, but I assumed that you were just throwing out ideas. I didn't take that as like you giving me a hint or giving me the answer. I figured you were just throwing out like a backseat idea, which is totally fine. You experienced the same egregious disappointment I did. Oh man, that's so funny. Because I wouldn't think to talk this way. When I through the mirror, you see this scrawled in charcoal on your forehead, I would never say that. If I held up a mirror and saw something reversed on my head, I wouldn't be like, oh, someone wrote EVAD. What could it mean? It's like, no, it says Dave, dude. Like, I don't know. I would never. It's cute. It's very cute. I appreciate it. What a fun challenge. What a really, really good challenge. Oh, that was a ton of fun. I feel a lot of relief now that it is over. Because it was a ton of fun, though. Don't get me wrong. This was really awesome. Yeah, thank you for the congrats. Like, this is fun. This is a really, really fun one. Let's commit some code. What do you say? Git add source bin. I think I put all this on GitHub, so in case people wanted to look at it. I won't commit like everything, but I'll commit like enough of the stuff that makes sense. Like git add coin. No, we don't even need solver. Git add 6049.c. Yeah. Oh boy. Whew. Incredible. I don't know why my SSH key failed there. That's fun. Yeah, Eric is totally a legend because that's super cool, man. Like, that's crazy. Apparently there are Easter eggs throughout. I have no idea what they are, though. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, that's very cute. Yeah, it is a very Eric thing to do. And that's what I appreciate it, because it's not, like, all of his puzzles are not, like, they're not... There's a lot of part of his puzzles that remind you that it's a puzzle and not a programming challenge. Like, you can make the mistake of being like, I'm doing a programming challenge. But no, you're doing a puzzle. Programming helps a ton, but it's still a puzzle. And that's the fun part about it. That was fun. Thank you, TCB. Yeah. Dude. I don't know what to say. That was a ton of fun. That was a really cool challenge. It has me excited. My next streams coming up will be, well, eventually, I don't know when, but in the next like week or so, I'll probably start doing streaming of Advent of Code 2015 and going through them, because like, these are just a ton of fun. I love these programming challenges. Yeah. Oh, I'm exhausted though. That took a lot out of me. Oh, my terminal's not in the right place. Well, I'm not gonna be able to eyeball it. All right. I'm going to call it a night here though, because it's been a long night. It says I've only been streaming for an hour or 45, but in reality, I've been streaming a lot longer than that because of the internet outage I had. So give a link to the challenge. Yeah, that's a smart idea. I will do that. Because the challenge is no longer, sadly, the challenge is no longer hosted through the company's website. So you have to get it from, you have to get oh man, I can't even talk. You have to get from this dude's GitHub. I'll just put it here. I'll put it in the chats for anybody who wants the actual challenge. You can download the binary yourself, read through the architecture specification, and solve the puzzles. So yeah, this was a ton of fun. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate it. This was crazy. I did not expect it to be like this. I'm glad the floors flashing and stuff didn't matter at all. Glad I could just ignore that. Yeah, I got nothing. That was a ton of fun. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Yeah. I'm gonna call it a night here and eat some cookies and hang out. Oh, okay. Well, let me pull up the One True Bob. Let me pull up your thing. I'm curious. Bob is me. VM challenge. Let's take a look at this one. Everything here is a spoiler. That's awesome. Oh, you did all one thing. Okay. So let's take a look at main real quick. There we go. Oh, you took arguments. Okay, interesting. You have a decompile, calculate, register 8. Huh. Cute. You take scripts for your machines. Okay, interesting. You have a trace. See, that's what I wanted. I was describing this, but I couldn't come up with it. I was like, I want to be able to turn on and off certain like things. Hack teleporter. Nice. Okay. Look at that function. Wow. That would have been nice for me to know about. Love it. Max U15. Incredible. All right, so let's look at your decompiler. Oh, yeah, you definitely just try to get the opcode. You basically do the best you can. Okay. Yep, and then you just do a +1 and continue. That's exactly how I ended up handling it. Cool. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Oh, that's a nice format. I like that format. That probably looks really nice. Annotations, okay. Comments, labels. Oh, now I'm curious. These are your codes. Okay. Very simple. Nice, nice. Where is what I want to see? Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, you did this like legit. This is awesome. Love keeping notes. It's the way to do it. Yeah, come on. Love this. Love this. Absolutely love this. Ah. That's what you were talking about. That's so funny. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to call it here. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night. I will see you all later. If you want to learn how to program in Bash, script in Bash, even though we didn't do anything tonight, I have a Bash course. It's a free video. Go check it out on my YouTube. There we go. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you.